going tonight on Sports Sunday with retirement news. Former Alabama offensive lineman Mike Johnson is calling it quits in the NFL. The Falcons guard had 5 injury-plagued seasons in the league. His only full season came in 2012 when he played in every game for Atlanta. He says he hasn't decided what is next for him. I'm sure whatever it is, he will be okay. Welcome in everyone to Sports Sunday. I'm Jen Chapman alongside BJ Milliken. And BJ, since we're just a day away from media days, we're talking football.
One day, that's all we lack. And pretty soon, all those NFL mini camps are going to get going. Yesterday, A.J. McCarron was in Mobile holding a youth camp. Among the topics of conversation was his backup status in Cincinnati. He's been getting a lot of positive attention this offseason for his progression after spending most of his time on injured reserve. But he says he's in no hurry to rush into a starting job, and he's happy just improving and waiting his turn.
I don't know. I don't think about all that. I just go out and play my game and then try to help myself in whatever way I can. So just let the chips fall where they fall. When you look at the success rate of a lot of guys that come in the NFL and play right off the bat, it's not very good. So I'll take my chances on sitting and learning, and then when I get my opportunity, I'll make the most of it.
Another Alabama legend was holding a youth camp this weekend. JELKS, former Alabama running back and defensive back, held his second annual underprivileged youth camp in Birmingham. JELKS turned Alabama into the NCAA in 1992 for recruiting violations. They were put on probation as a result. He continues to try and work his way back into the good graces of Bama Nation.
Back then, I didn't have the right people in my circle. And, you know, I'm not proud of what was said, but, you know, that's what happened. And so, you know, I just ask the Bama Nation to forgive me and let's move forward. And hopefully we put ourselves in a position this year to win another national championship.
And football will be officially in the air starting tomorrow at SEC Media Days in Hoover. We'll be there.
That's right.
And they get the party started with Auburn, Florida, and Vanderbilt.
That is a party. It's a party this week in Major League Baseball. The All-Star break starts tomorrow, but one more day of Sunday games. Here we go. 3 Rockies honored before the game with the Braves. Here's their All-Star jerseys. Nick Hundley is not one of those Colorado All-Stars, but he didn't need to be today. He singles in the first run of the game. Things not looking good for the Braves, and Jen, they didn't get any better. Watch this. Look at Charlie Blackmon's beard. Look at that thing. How long has he been growing that thing out, I wonder? I need to try to grow that out myself.
Good luck.
He knocked in 4 today. The power of the beard. The Braves dropped their 5th in a row, 11-3. Look at that thing.
Let's go to NASCAR. They found themselves inside the Bluegrass State Saturday night at the QUAKER State 400. Kyle Busch was dominant, leading 163 of 267 laps of the race. He held off a late charge from Joey Logano to win his second race in 3 tries. Since coming back from injury, he's looking strong, headed towards the chase.
To just be able to put it all together throughout, 400 miles like that was really good. And to come back from, a couple late restarts there where everybody was battling so hard and cars were everywhere and not knowing where to go, what to do to get myself moving in the right direction, and then to finally get up towards the front and get that win, that feels really, really good.
And here are the results with the win. Busch moves to 35th in the point standings. To qualify for the chase, he must move into the top 30. Still plenty of time to do that with 8 races to go, and if he keeps racing like that, he'll be okay. So we still got more Sports Sunday to come, right?
That's right. When we come back, it's a whole lot of tennis. 2 different types of Wimbledon. It was the singles and doubles championships out at Indian Hills Country Club. We'll show you the highlights and let you hear from some of the winners when we return. But as we head to break, that was a deep tease. Here's a look at last night's overall winners at the Clash at the Capstone Bodybuilding and Physique Competition. Congrats to all. Stay with us. Sports Sunday. We'll be right back. We're back, and Novak Djokovic and Roger Federer have quite the rivalry on the court. They met once again in the men's final at Wimbledon. Federer holds a 1-match lead in the prior 39 meetings. He gets the second set tiebreak there with a nice backhand, but on the championship point, it was the Joker pulling out the high card. He gets the cross-court forehand winner. He wins his 2nd Wimbledon title in a row, 3rd overall, his 9th Grand Slam title. That's pretty good. Exciting stuff from the All England club, but maybe it did not hold a candle to what was happening at Indian Hills today.
It wasn't just one match, but several, and they were all for titles. The 40th annual PRITCHETT-MOORE Men's City Invite Tuscaloosa's Wimbledon. In the 2-5 singles, Final, #1 ranked Tony Johnson and #2 ranked Stan Skelton went the distance in the first set, Johnson winning 7-6. Then took the set 2, 6-2 to claim this 2-5 singles title. And then the 3-5 singles was arguably one of the most exciting matchups. Former Bama baseball player and unranked Scott McClanahan taking on the top seed Rick Thomason. The two split the first 2 sets, but after being outdone 6-1 in the second set, McClanahan finished strong with a 6-3 third set to claim his first 3-5 title. Moving up to the 4-0 division, unranked David Torres facing #1 seed Peter Wright. Torres would stun Wright, winning in 2 sets. And then the big dogs, 4-5 defending champ Michael Catalano trying to get back-to-back titles, but 20-year-old John Mills would make that difficult. Mills blanked Catalano in the first set, 6-0. Catalano took set 2, 6-4, but Mills would claim the third set and become the youngest player to win the 4-5 PRITCHETT-MOORE title.
It feels amazing. You know, I've played out here before and I didn't come out on top, but to be out here in front of everybody, in front of all my coaches that I've been with for years and years, and just to show them how much I've progressed on the court and beat the defending champion, it feels so amazing right now.
It's fun. I'm happy with the way I played for the most part this week, and it was a good challenge today, and just happy to be back in the championship. I would have had my first serve percentage a little bit higher, a little less unforced errors on the forehand side, especially. That's usually my weapon, and to John's credit, he made me move a little bit more than I was comfortable with today, and I sprayed the ball a little bit more than maybe normal, but that was probably because of him.
Now, some of these guys were also in the doubles championships. Not an easy task, especially in this Alabama heat wave.
That's right, and doubles matches features some matchups that really show off an age disparity. In the 3-5 doubles final, Glenn Finelli and Albert Lewis used age and experience to their advantage. Third-ranked duo outlasted Kirk Irwin Corpuz and Christopher Long in a marathon match. Finelli and Lewis won the first set 7-5, fell 6-7 in set 2, and then pulled out the 6-4 win in the third set. And playing in their first tournament together. Check it out. John Landers and Louis Utimaco beat the #1 ranked team in semis, and then topped David Fields and Wade Drew to get their first PRITCHETT-MOORE victory, winning in straight sets 6-4, 7-5. Here's John and Louis after the win.
I don't think we played the prettiest tennis all week, but we played pretty smart tennis. We were consistent, and we hit some big shots when we had to, I think.
I think we were pretty patient, and there was a lot of times that we knew what our strengths and weaknesses were, and we just kind of exploited their strengths and weaknesses, I guess. I think the competition was a lot better than I thought it would be, honestly. I kind of expected to come in here and it'd be a lot, like an older crowd, but people here are, pretty legitimate tennis players, really good.
Great stuff from out there. Sorry I messed up your name, guys. I'm sure that was a lot of fun. We stay with the theme of green.
And we are not talking money necessarily, but golf. It was a good day for Crimson Tide golfers all around, beginning with Drew Love. The Bama junior won the Georgia State Amateur Championship on Sunday. The son of Davis Love III had to go to 5 playoff holes to pull out the victory. He ended up the tournament with his worst round, but was able to hang on for the win. It was a homecoming for Love, who hails from Sea Island, Georgia.
Final round at the John Deere Classic. Jordan Spieth was in trouble after his 61 on Saturday, but he got going again with this long birdie on the 6th hole. The guy who really made a move, though, was Tom Gillis. Who? Yeah, I don't know who he is either, but he drops in 9 birdies to surge ahead. He had a shot to close it out, but watch, he's going to lip it out. Whoops. He bogeys 16 to leave the door open for young Mr. Spieth, who gets 3 birdies on the back 9 to go to a sudden death playoff, where Gillis, he's going to go put on swim trunks, goes in the water. Jordan Spieth wins the tune-up for the British Open, which starts this week. Spieth will be trying for his 3rd major of the year next week. A couple of Bama golfers played well today. Look at Justin Thomas. He finished tied for 5th, and Jason Bond shot a 64 today to end up tied for 12th. It should be kind of fun to watch Spieth go for that 3rd straight major next week at St. Andrews, but not as much fun as what we've got next.
That's right, a huge event in the canine world. It's a dog competition in our favorite things.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like dogs? Plus, we make good on something we couldn't show you last night, our top 5 live animal mascot list. So stay with us, it's coming up next. And we're back on Sports Sunday with more from the John Deere Classic. Check out Zach Johnson get a little jumpy. He was getting ready to putt on 16 when a large boom goes off behind him.
Ooh, you can't hear it. Listen to that.
He jumps. It turns out the noise came from an air cannon on a pontoon boat going down the river. Shook him up a little bit. Guess Zach scares a little easily. I probably would have done the same. We've come to that time in the show. It's our favorite things, and this week we go to the pups.
That's right. Look at these guys. I got an amazing email in my inbox this weekend from the 18th annual Purina Pro Plan Incredible Dog Challenge Eastern Regional. That's right. These amazing pooches competed for a first place in a variety of events, including agility, diving dog, Jack Russell hurdle racing, fetch it. What else, Jen? I'm getting excited.
30-weave pole racing and
That's what they're doing right there. Look at
flying disc. One dog named Story, a 4-year-old black lab, jumped 30 feet and 5 inches to win the dog diving competition. I actually think Bradley, who is directing tonight, his dog Milo should go in this contest.
Look at these guys. Now, this is the kind of stuff you see at like the the halftime of a football game or something. Anyway, that leads us to something we did not get to show you last night. It's our top 5 live animal mascots. Here's our list.
Renegade at FSU for number 5.
Yeah, that's number 5. We're going 5 to 1, although you can see them all. We've already given it away. But then we go Ugga from Georgia, cute little bulldog. Bevo, that big slab of beef from Texas that they run out there. Mike the Tiger, which I've met up close and personal. And then number 1, Ralphie the Buffalo. That's a really cool tradition they have at Colorado when they bring out Ralphie at the beginning of the game, or before the game. They lead him out, and it looks like he is literally about to stampede the entire, I guess, people who lead him out, his handlers. I do have a joke for you before we leave.
Let's hear it.
Here it is. Who is a dog's favorite Alabama football player? Only got 10 seconds.
Who?
Jay Barker. Ha ha! There you go. SEC Media Day coverage all week.
Have a good week.